Zans Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, guess who's back? Back again. That's right. The Sports Minute crew is back again. And we're here with actually a great night. Because we're having a fantastic night. I mean, how could you not? Right before we came on, cracking a lot of jokes. We're having a fantastic night. But before we get started, let me welcome in our crew tonight, because it is the same crew as always. We have the Mr. Ultimate Frisbee is better than duck football. He goes by Big B. How you doing tonight, Big B?
Hey, doing good. Just stating facts. That's all I do is just state facts.
Lies. They're all lies.
All lies. All lies. Oh, I'm doing fantastic. And, of course, let's go ahead and welcome in the Vic. And she goes by, Shut Up, Brandon. How's it going tonight, Vic?
Fantastic. I was not aware there was such a thing called Ultimate Disc, and it is so fucking so boring. I've censored myself.
Yeah, you said it was boring, yet it managed to kind of get you sucked into it.
I was just mesmerized by how stupid it is.
So you watched it because you thought it was so stupid? Okay.
Well, it was either that or watch the Braves be stupid. So I chose the stupid Frisbee game.
Which right now is pretty rough. It's
raw, ass. It's raw.
They're hard to watch right now. But anyways. We can also welcome in J-Mac, the bearded one. So J-Mac, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. I'll tell you what. Something that you think is boring can turn out to be the most entertaining. The other day I was watching this video of this guy on YouTube, and he's videoing himself watching his dog chase its tail. And his commentary on the YouTube video is, my dog's been chasing its tail for 10 minutes now, and I don't know how it's entertaining. Oh, wait, I've watched him for 10 minutes, in which I'm like, yeah, you're the idiot. You've watched your dog for 10... Oh, wait, I just watched a YouTube video for 10 minutes about you watching your dog for 10 minutes.
You know what's so interesting about that, too? Is we constantly catch ourselves doing that, and we do it often. There was this guy who was playing GTA, and I guess you get some special cheat code, and he walks his dang cow, and like he brings a cow on the game and like walks up all these steps, and so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, who thinks this is entertaining? And then, like, 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, wow, I'm watching this dang cow walk up all I was like, I couldn't believe it. But, all right, so let's welcome in a few people here. So we have the Stony Only Talk Radio is up here. So how's it going tonight? Saying, yo! So, yo, how's it going? And then, of course, Amy is watching, too. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. But how about we go ahead and jump into our first topic? And we all know I was just gonna say real quick. We thank Stoney for being on here. He's a follower of ours on Instagram. So, I love it. We thank him for being here. Yeah. Yes, thank you very much. I love it. So, and welcome in Christy Wilson, because she is here now too. So, welcome Christy Wilson. Okay, so with that, how about we go ahead and we jump into our first topic, which is, every week we break down top 5 players of a certain team. This time, top 5 greatest players all time of none other than Fly, Eagles, Fly, the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry, had to do it. All right. Well, anyway.
Brandon changed his name.
You know what, Vic?
Making me mad.
You know what, Vic? You get to go first. I feel generous, so I'm going to let you go first.
And I'm so prepared, too.
You should be.
Is it top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5. I knew that. Just
More
messing
wins
with
than
you.
the Ducks will get.
You need to stop right now. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
All right. Number 5. I'm going to go
That's what she said.
Number 5?
I'm going to go with Donovan McNabb at number 5.
Wow.
Because he was number 5.
Okay.
because he was number 5. What? He was good.
Hey.
It's the
That's
Eagles. They
fine.
don't got a lot to pick from. Number 4, I'm going to go Brian Dawkins. He's the only
Brian
man in history
Dawkins,
of the league
okay.
to have more than 25 interceptions, more than 25 sacks, and more than 25 forced fumbles. And he's the most beloved Eagle of all time. That's a quote.
Okay. So McNabb, Brian Dawkins. Okay. Who else we got?
Number 3, Steve Van Buren. He's one of the greatest Eagles of all time. I'm saying that about all these guys. So he had speed, power, 8 seasons in the league, all-time leading rusher. Steve Van Buren. Number 2, Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham was the OG of the scramble run quarterback. Nobody had seen it until he came along and rocked their world.
Rock my world. Okay.
Rocked their world. And I bet you're really curious who my number 1 is, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. If McNabb wasn't there, I'm really curious about that.
Why would McNabb be there? He was number 5.
I was just joking with you. Go ahead.
Now, I was really torn about this. It was between 2 guys. It really wasn't. I was going to say Jason Peters, but that's just wrong. Reggie White. I mean, come on. Who cares how it ended? Reggie White's an Eagle. No other Eagle will ever wear his number again. Had more sacks than games played, including 21 sacks in a 12-game strike season in '87. I mean, come on.
I like it.
So, yeah. Reggie White, number 1.
All right, so we have Shardell Gupta, who's here, saying, hi, Ace. Christy Wilson was saying Randall Cunningham. That's who she first thinks of. Shardell is also saying, what's up, Big B? So there you go. Chad Rick is saying, what's up? So, Chad Rick, how's it going tonight? Hope you're having a great
2
night.
first names. I love it. 2 first names.
And then Isaiah, of course. Isaiah saying, what's up, y'all? And he's even mentioning Deshaun Jackson.
I bet you Isaiah couldn't even name 5 Phillies.
Hold on, he's Googling it right now.
And then Christy Wilson is saying that she thought that Randall Cunningham would actually be number 1. But, you know what? J-Mac, you get the privilege of going second.
You get my dirty seconds.
Your sloppy seconds.
It's sloppy seconds. That's all right. Whoever goes last is getting filthy 4th, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
my gosh.
It was the Dirty Bird. But that was a
I like it.
Okay. On all seriousness, number 5, Ron Jaworski.
Jaws.
Yep. Number 4. Are we ready? Number 4.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me hear number 4. Number 4, Jason Peters. Number 3, Donovan McNabb. Number 2, Randall Cunningham, and number 1, Brian Dawkins.
Ooh. I like it. I like
I'm
it.
mad at Reggie.
No, I'm not mad at Reggie at all. He was great with the Eagles, but I think he was better with the Packers. That's just what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would have had him right there at 6. He could have made the top 5. It really could have been him, Peters, and Jaworski all could have been 4 through 6. It wouldn't have mattered.
So, a few comments that we have here. Christy Wilson was saying, I didn't watch Reggie White when he was an Eagle. I first watched him when he was with the Packers. And the funny thing is there's actually, I mean, if you're a true NFL fan, you should know that Reggie White was with the Eagles, but not everybody does. They think about it when he was with the Packers because he won a Super Bowl with the Packers. But, so, Big B, Isaiah has a question for you, and you can answer it if you want. Phillies.
Eagles. You can't name 5 Eagles. You probably even could name 5 Phillies if I told you 5 Phillies. So,
Well,
but you know, no, it proves that he doesn't know anything because then you look at his new comment, and he's talking about how about Nick Foles?
Nick Foles being number. Well, He's trying to throw it up there. I understand that he was part of the only Super Bowl, team that the Eagles ever won. I get it, but I know. But I'm saying I know where you're trying to go with that. Yeah. But it's like we said.
Okay.
Super Bowls aren't everything. We've always said that.
Okay, but so was Trent Dilfer in Baltimore. Does that make him an all-time Baltimore Raven?
No, heck no. Heck no. Trust me. I get what you're saying there. All right, Big B, this goes to you.
All right. I'm going to throw
ticklish thirds.
I'm going to throw probably the biggest curveball ever seen in sports.
I don't know about
Akers
that.
At number 5.
Is he a kicker?
Yes, he was. He was a kicker.
He's a kicker. I thought he was pretty accurate back in the day. Number 4, I'm going to go with Randall Cunningham.
Number 4.
As Vic said, the OG of running quarterbacks, one of my favorites. And then number 3, I got to pull up his name. It was Paul Pial, P-I-H-O-S. He was a receiver / defensive end when he played from 47 to 55.
Okay.
To me, that combination doesn't really exist, but wow. To be a wide receiver and defensive end, I'll put him number 3.
Brandon was the only one alive when that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Number 3 or 2, I gotta go Brian Dawkins. Hell of a safety, and then I can't leave out Reggie White. He's number 1. To me, he's probably going to be one of 2 guys on 2 different lists with that. So that's my top 5.
All right, so my top 5, and one of these is just for the sentimental value of things and simply because I love the story. So number 5, Vince Papale. I had to put him in a number. Hey, just because of the sentimental.
Is that the invincible guy?
Yes. Just because I love the story, just because I thought the story was incredible. Being a walk-on player, you actually come in and make an NFL team as a walk-on player. I think that's incredible. So I definitely put him in there. And then, of course, you have Donovan McNabb that you put in there. He's got to be in there. You have Reggie White. You have Brian Westbrook. And you have Randall Cunningham. Those are the actual Eagles that come to mind when I think about it. And I know you guys probably don't agree with me on the Vince Papale thing, but just because of the sentimental side and how he got there is why I put him in at number 5, because it's just truly amazing.
No, I like that.
But J-Mac, I'm going to ask you this quick. When you were thinking of your top 5 list, was it easy for you to choose your number 1?
Yeah.
What the heck, Vic?
Good vibration.
It's Marky Mark in honor of Vince Papale.
Yeah, there you go. Vince Papale right there. Vince Papale. All right. So, Vic, when you were making your top 5 list, was your number 1 pretty easy?
Sure, yeah.
No, I'm curious because when you have certain teams.
It was between him and Randall Cunningham. Because when you think of the Eagles, I thought, who's the first player that comes to mind when I think of the Philadelphia Eagles? And it was Reggie White.
Yeah.
He had a great time there. I mean, the dude's one of the best ever to play the game.
Big B, how about you when you were coming up with your top 5?
Yeah, I mean, I had Nick Foles up there for a little bit, but then I woke up and, I mean, to me, it was obvious. It was Reggie White. I do think of Cunningham as an Eagle, but, I mean, there's better people, I think, that had a better career there, but, nothing gets, to me, I mean, kind of shocked that you guys did put McNabb up there, but, I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to hate on it.
What I want.
No, so Big B, I'm just curious because I know you said you won't hate on it, and you said you were kind of surprised. Why would you not put Donovan McNabb in the top 5? Because of he led him to so many NFC championship games and put up so many numbers. So that's just why I was curious. Why would you not have him in your top 5?
I guess part of me is just it's hard to have. I know we're going to talk about this probably with another certain team, but to have two people at that important position. You know, I know Cunningham didn't take him to the games that McNabb did. I mean, I had Cunningham down low myself. McNabb was right there. 6. Maybe if I didn't put Akers in, I'd put him at 5. I guess I just think when I think of Eagles, even when he messaged us what the team was going to be, I had White, Cunningham, Westbrook, some of those guys on there before I even thought about McNabb. So.
Okay, fair's fair. I was just curious because I know you were just mentioning it, and I'm like, it kind of surprised me that you didn't have him in your top 5. But
Fair is fair.
Well,
okay, so Dave Kokensparger, welcome in, Dave. Dave actually has a question here. And J-Mac, I will go to you on this one. He said, was it McNabb or Reed that actually got them there?
Oh, it's Reed all the way. Andy Reid is an unbelievable coach. I would take him any day of the week as a coach, with no question.
All right, Vic, what do you think? Do you think it was McNabb or was it actually Reed?
Reed can call the plays, he can draw them up, but in the end, you need someone that can execute the plays. Reed for calling the plays, Donovan for actually making them come to life.
What a cop-out answer.
But
Big
she's
V,
right,
very
though.
fair
She's
today.
right.
Okay.
Shut up, Brandon!
You can draw plays, but the players have to
shut up.
execute
Okay.
them. So,
So are you agreeing with Vic that you would go with McNabb? McNabb's the one who got them there.
I kind of go with both of them because you can't have the coach without drawing up the
What a
plays
cop-out.
with a player without executing them. So,
To me, it's tough.
I think most of it goes to McNabb.
To me, it really, really is tough because, once he was no longer with the Eagles, he went to KC and he had Alex Smith for a while and they were good.
But they never made it to the Super Bowl till he got a quarterback that could execute his plays.
Exactly. So, Alex Smith was good, but he wasn't that guy that was going to put him over the top and get you to the big game. But he was good enough to get him to the playoffs. But a lot of people then, kind of knocked Andy Reid a little bit, a lot of playoff games because they would always accuse him of mismanaging the clock a lot. They would always say he's not working the clock the way he should be. So I guess when it comes to it, I don't know. You can kind of go both ways, but which one is more important? It's hard. It really is hard there.
Mitch managing the clock sounds like something a former Vikings coach had a problem with a few playoff games.
There's quite a few coaches who have had that problem.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we're going to jump to our second topic, which is actually MLB. And to me, I think this is actually a very important topic. So our second one is talking about Roberto Clemente. So the Pittsburgh Pirates are really pushing for MLB to retire his jersey number. And so Vic,
how has that not already happened?
Yeah, so Vic, you went first last time. So Big B, I'm going to start with you on this one. Do you feel like Roberto Clemente's number should be retired around the whole major leagues?
Yeah. I don't know why it hasn't happened already. Like Vic kind of already jumped in and said. He
looked right at me like he was talking to me.
The face of his nationality. Retire it. Let him retire all numbers. Just have team names on the back of them. No, I'm being serious. So I think it should be retired.
All right. So Vic, it looked like you might have had actually quite a bit to say on this. So you go ahead. You want to go second? You go ahead and take it.
I don't want sloppy seconds.
Oh, she said.
Right.
No, but yeah, I don't see how it hasn't happened already. MLB is slacking. They're not doing the right thing. It's not even a popular number. Not a lot of people have it, so they wouldn't have to worry about too many people,
Yeah, but I think when it comes down to it, I think they probably will. I think that they will look at everything and realize what he meant to the game, and then eventually come out and be like, yeah, it is time to actually retire his number. But J-Mac, I'm going to go to you on this. Do you kind of agree with everybody that his number should be retired?
Well, I mean, what's it take to get a number retired? Jackie Robinson, we all know why his number's retired, right? Mm-hmm. Roberto Clemente was one of the first Hispanic cultural guys that really brought the game to Latin America, to the area he was from, and 3,000 career hits. I mean, he's an icon. He's an icon. Yeah.
And Clemente is one of the one that, when you think about it, like, he's one guy that could stand at the outfield wall and throw just a dart to home plate. I mean, the guy had just a phenomenal arm talent. He could do everything. He could hit, he could field. And yes, his life was taken way too soon. Way, way, way too soon. So maybe, and I'm not saying that that's the reason why MLB hasn't done it. I'm just saying maybe that they're looking at his overall numbers and thinking that the numbers just were not good enough. But that's not his fault. You know, he was still a living legend, just like Christy Wilson was saying. He's a living legend. How could you not retire his number? But I think at some point, I think it will get there. All right. So now that everybody kind of pretty much agrees that they should retire his number, where J-Mac should be here anytime here. He should be back. But we'll go ahead and we'll jump into our next one, because this is actually a big debate when it comes to defenses a lot in the NFL. There's actually a common question. So when you might ask one defensive coordinator, and that DC might say, well, I'm focusing my defense on stopping the run. But then you might ask another one, and they go, well, I'm focusing my defense on stopping the pass, and stopping the run will come later. So since J-Mac isn't here, I was going to let him go first on this one. But Vic, I'll go with you first on this one. As a defensive coordinator, if you were running a defense, would you rather focus on stopping the pass, or would you rather focus on stopping the run?
Well, it would depend on the strength of the team I was facing. Because one's always better than the other. But if they were even, I don't know why I quoted that. I would probably say the run, because the run wears the line down. It wears people down. And you can, teams will pound the ball to get the other team to, hands on your knees, heavy breathing. So I would definitely say I'd try to stop the run, because that's what would wear my defensive line down the fastest. Yeah,
which I will say, Vic, I completely agree with you, because the first thing that comes to mind with me is thinking back to the NFC Championship game when Green Bay played against the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo only passed the ball 8 times. And Mostert ran it pretty much the whole game. And when you can't stop the run, you cannot get your offense on the field. Like, you can't have your offense on the field because your defense isn't stopping the run. And all the other team is going to do is sit there and eat the clock. And that's what they did. All they sat there and did was just hand off the ball the whole entire game. And when you can't stop them, you can't do anything about it. But I know how some people say, if you focus on stopping the pass, then you can limit the big play. But you can still allow long runs, though, too. So, J-Mac, I'm going to ask you, if you're a DC, what are you going to focus on more? Are you going to focus on stopping the run or stopping the pass?
Well, so let's break this down and analyze it a little bit first, because everyone knows it's what I like to do. Shut up, Vic. So, for me, I got to tell you, if I'm looking at this and I'm looking at, if I'm going to go into a game and I'm going to beat a Tom Brady type, a Peyton Manning type, an Aaron Rodgers type, how am I going to beat them? I'm going to keep my offense on the field. The way to do that is to run the ball. And hold the ball, limit their possessions. That's the only way to do it. So if I'm a DC, I am stopping the run. I am going to have my corners matched up one-on-one on the outside. I'm putting 8 guys in the box, and I'm blitzing on every play. Just saying. I'm stopping the run. I get burned deep by a pass. Guess what? You got me. But I'm stopping the run. Because, they burned me deep on a pass on a third and 11, and I give up a touchdown. What did that take? 8 seconds for my defense to be on the field? Versus them running 16, 17, 18 plays a drive for 7 minutes at a time. Defense is going to get burned out. So I agree with Vic. I know, I agree with Vic. I can't believe I just said those words, but I do.
And what I'm saying is, I know where you're coming from though too, because when you think about it, a running game on offense is a huge part of the game. So especially if you're up by like 2 or 3 points and you're trying to run out the clock, but if you stop that run on defense, now you're forcing them to have to pass it. And if you have 1 or 2 timeouts left and they go, well, we have to put this game on ice, but we can't run against them because they're stopping the run. Now you're forcing them to pass it. And if they throw an incomplete pass, it gives you an extra timeout now. So I do agree that stopping the run is a huge, very, very important when it comes to stopping an offense. But Big B, I'm going to go with you on this. What do you think? Stopping the run or stopping the pass?
It is kind of tough. But it is, like J-Mac and Vic both said, they're going to run the ball. They're going to eat up clock. It's going to take time. I was actually debating on saying the pass, but after thinking about it, yeah, you stop the run. You try to get them on 3rd and longs and 2nd and longs and go man-to-man like J-Mac said, and they beat you, but it's only going to be 8 seconds instead of a 16-play, 6-minute drive. It'll be 4 plays, a minute or so. So I'm with those 2. I say stop the run first.
Which is something Ohio State didn't do last week.
Unless your name is Kevin King and there's 8 seconds left before halftime and you let the defender get behind you on a long passing play in an NFC Championship game. I don't know. I'm just saying it.
What do you speak of? Why do you speak of this?
Because it's Kevin King and he drives me nuts. But anyway, but it sounds like we're kind of all in agreement that stopping the run is the most important. But I think we all agree though that stopping the pass is important, but stopping the run is way more important. So you can actually keep your offense on the field and actually manage to score points. That's the key part to it. And now we go to our next topic, which is J-Mac's topic, which is J-Mac's Spotlight Player. So J-Mac, who do you have for us?
Well, I'll say that Vic is going to love this one when she finds out who it is.
Uh-oh.
I take sarcasm in that.
Maybe. So let me tell you that this guy is a member of a Hall of Fame. Now you realize I said A because I don't want to tell you which Hall of Fame yet. So he is the only player to ever qualify for the World Frisbee Championships. His skills have remained excellent, combining rock-solid defense with an extremely accurate backhand throw. His greatest contribution, however, was founding of the Boomtown Saints Frisbee team from Lansing, Michigan. Since 2005, the Saints have become the greatest team in ultimate Frisbee, claiming 6 international Frisbee tournaments and 4 world championships. In addition to their winning record, Boomtown plays the game with the highest level of sportsmanship. He was also a member of the 2008 WFDF World Ultimate and Guts Championship Gold Medal Guts team and the 2012 Silver Medal team. And this gentleman...
Is he part of the Boondock Saints?
No.
No? Oh.
So he was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2017.
Frisbee
and
Hall of Fame.
oh yeah, and his name is Mark Banghart.
So,
That's what she said.
so I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Like, I'm a sports junkie, but I have no idea what the heck you just said. To be perfectly
I didn't
honest.
even know Ultimate Disc was an actual league until today.
It is. They actually have national and world championships. And actually, you're asking if there's a Hall of Fame. There is a Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Fame has 5, 7, 8, 10, 13, 18, 23, 47 members in the National Ultimate Frisbee Hall of Fame.
And I've wasted my life trying to be a grown-up when I could have been playing Frisbee.
And by the way, the average salary of an Ultimate Frisbee player every year is $112,000 with all their corporate sponsors.
Well, heck,
Wow.
I'm still in the wrong business, man.
So you can throw a Frisbee and play in the game and make $112,000 a year.
Heck, let's go for it. I'm down. I'm game. Why not? Why
Vic,
not?
you're
I'll go
well.
for it.
Vic, I know you loved that story. I know you loved it, and you are welcome. You are welcome for that
God.
one.
What is this world coming to?
So Mark Banghart is the spotlight player for being in the Ultimate Frisbee Hall of Fame. He's the latest inductee. Congratulations,
I-
Mark.
I would rather watch the Boondock Saints.
Well,
The fact that you're a damn dirty it has nothing to do with it.
so
I like Norman Reedus.
So since Vic is so super excited about this spotlight player,
That might be my best one ever, by the way, I have to say.
I
That's
just
a
think
really
the
good
name
one.
itself was the best one.
all right. So, Vicky Vic and the Funky Bunch. Okay, so this is your topic, and this is Vic's This Day in History, and it wouldn't surprise me if she went with either the Braves, the Ducks, the Seahawks, the Chargers.
No, she's got to keep the theme going. It's an Ultimate Frisbee World Championship. Oh, okay.
She's not going to do that. She's not going to do that.
All right. On this day in 1926, the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Philadelphia Phillies 23-3. That's all. That's all.
That's all. That's all
No,
she's got. Okay.
No, that's not all I got. I just like it that they beat the Phillies by 20 runs. I could go with Warren Spahn. No hits to Phillies 4-0 in 1960.
God, how much more Philly information you got today?
He was a Brave too, Milwaukee Brave. But I'm gonna go with my guy, Greg Maddux. In 1995, he sets the Braves record of 17 consecutive road victories.
Against Philly, I bet.
It doesn't say who.
It doesn't say who. She's just super excited.
And,
But I'm
and
gonna
just
look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
yeah, look it up right now. By the way, I wonder if it'll tell you in there. He probably threw like a complete game with 75 pitches or something.
No
Because
kidding. God, you know, I know we joke about that, but just think if Maddox pitched today. 75 pitches, a complete game for him normally, but that would be like, okay, we're gonna pull you after 30 because you went 5 innings already. I mean,
I know, but yeah, you know what? The greatest Greg Maddux story for me ever is John Smoltz was talking about it in the booth once. And he's like, we used to sit there and talk about how they talked about the Astros with the whole cheating scandal and how they knew what the pitch was going to be. He's like, back when we pitched, Greg Maddux would stand on the mound and be like, I'm about to throw you a curveball, but I bet you don't touch it. And then he'd proceed to strike the guy out with 3 pitches.
All right, and just to show that I'm unbiased, in 1997, Mark McGwire signs with the Cardinals for $26 million. Can you
Wow.
imagine the bucks he would make today?
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
But in 97, $26 million was a lot.
I have to look,
that's
though.
a
Was that... Vic, does that happen to say if that was at that time in baseball? Was that the biggest contract signed at that point? Does that
Yes.
say?
No. No, because Rodriguez was about that time. He was probably the biggest one. But I don't know if he.
97?
Well,
He might have been a.
probably 1 or 2 year deal.
No,
Yeah,
I thought
that's true.
that McGuire one sounds like it was the biggest one at that time. 26 million. That sounds like that would have been the highest contract at that time. I don't know. That's a good question. But speaking of no hitters, I was just going to ask you this question before we jump into our next one with Big B here. But my question is this, because the other day, I don't know if you happen to see that in MLB, and the pitcher's name escapes me, my apologies, but he had already thrown 104 pitches, and it was through 7 innings, but he had not allowed a hit. At that point, the manager said, I need to pull you. I know you're pitching a no-hitter right now, but you've already thrown 104 pitches, so I'm going to pull you out.
We're
Was it
fighting.
the Brewers?
I think it was. So my
was
question
Brewers.
is, do you think that the manager made the right call? Because right now,
No!
Oh,
well, hold
You
on
didn't even
here.
finish the question.
No,
we're
no.
fighting.
Well, because when he came out, he said, I did it because he said, I don't want to put a lot of strain on my pitcher because we have the playoffs that are coming up and I want to protect him and I don't want to overwork him. So
Give me an extra day off. We're fighting.
we're fighting.
Oh,
We're throwing
you're trying to pull
hands.
me on a no-hitter? No. Nope.
I was actually surprised that he was okay with it. Like the pitcher was actually okay with it and was like, okay,
He may
I'll
have known
leave.
He didn't have anything left.
Because players these days don't have guts
Exactly.
like
Well-
Jack Morris and all those other guys.
Yeah, but if the manager comes out and says, I'm going to pull you, and the pitcher says, I have nothing left, then it may be the right call because maybe he didn't have anything left. You know?
No.
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 I want you to walk out there in the 90s and try to pull a Randy Johnson or John Smoltz or Greg Maddox off the mound. You threw 104 pitches, it's 7 innings in, and you got a no-hitter. They're going to tell the
Jack
pitcher,
Morris.
they're going to tell the manager he better walk his fat ass back into the dugout. There's no way. There's no way they're pulling him
I
out of
always
the
said
game.
that
No,
to Tom
what-
Kelly. You ain't pulling me
what-
from this game.
What I was saying, though, is I'm saying the pitcher might have said, I have nothing left. I'm not saying that the manager's the one who said it. I'm saying the pitcher might have said, I will leave because I don't have anything left.
Because then the pitcher's a pansy.
Yeah. They can pitch until their arm
So
falls
think
off.
back to
Seriously, go ahead,
Johan
Vic.
Santana. Johan Santana with his no-hitter. How many pitches did he throw in that?
Oh,
Well,
A
it was
lot.
like
What
150,
happened?
right? It was like
out,
150.
He was out for 2011 with shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
So I mean, in Milwaukee, it took 134 pitches.
I get it, Vic, but we're talking like we're 5 innings, they're done. They get 5
Yep.
innings in.
Yeah.
Like, what about the days of Sandy Koufax, maybe the greatest story in baseball history for Sandy Koufax. He pitches this 11 inning game, by the way, and then they come out after, and one of the guys is like, "Did you know you threw 214 pitches?" And he's like, "Yeah, what's your point?"
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I don't care.
I mean,
I
the
get
thing
it.
is,
Yeah.
if I'm a pitcher, you pitch every 5 days or whatever. You have a bullpen session. If I'm throwing a no-hitter and I got to throw 130, 40, 50 some pitches, okay, I'm going to miss my bullpen session. I'm going to miss my next start. I'm going to rest. But you're not pulling me out of that game.
Right, especially with 35 games left in the season, that if you've got a 5-man rotation, that's 7 more starts right? But this is the time of year when you can expand the rosters. So this is the time of year when you should have that one guy in the bullpen that can do a spot start for you in case someone's not feeling it one day.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. You leave him in the game, he goes 2 more innings, gets the no-hitter, you're like, okay, well, you're not starting your next game. We're going to give the rookie a chance.
That's fine.
Now you get 11 days off or 8 days off or 9 days off or whatever it is instead of 4.
Yep. Yeah, pitchers don't have that bulldog
they
mentality.
they definitely don't. But I will say
Analytics.
though, but no, I will say though, is that definitely back then in the 90s and stuff, yeah, a pitcher would tell you, there's no way you are pulling me out. I'm finishing this game. I can guarantee. Because imagine going up to Greg Maddox if he's pitching a freaking no-hitter at that point, and it's the seventh inning, and he's throwing, huh?
Any pitcher back then, I mean, any stud back then, you're not taking him out.
No, because you can try, but he's not leaving. He's going to tell you, I'm not leaving this mound.
We're
not leaving. I don't know. I just know a lot of people look at it differently, and it kind of goes back and forth. It really is back and forth because people are concerned about injuries and everything else. Now, Dave Kokensparger saying Nolan Ryan is another one.
Nolan Ryan would have put you in a headlock and started punching you in the face.
That would be something.
Robin and Courage.
No, name a pitcher gets ejected for fighting. Not the other team. You got ejected for fighting his manager.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember the time when Nolan Ryan took a fastball off the face and like busted his lip open, was bleeding, and took a line drive off the face. Huh?
Ain't that on a baseball card?
Yes,
it is.
Yes, yeah. He took a line drive off the face, had a bloody face and everything, and they come out to get him, and he's like, "Nope, I'm staying in. I'm fine." And he finishes the game, and I'm like, "How in the world did this dude just take a line drive off the face and still stay in the game?"
Because they don't make them like that anymore.
No,
there will never be another Nolan Ryan ever.
He was built different.
There won't be another pitcher from the '90s ever. I mean, Maddox, Smoltz.
No,
Glavine,
there won't be.
Johnson. I mean, there's nobody built like that anymore.
Yeah, and it's just like the pitcher who got struck by lightning, died, and they revived him, and he finished. And he comes
back out and pitches the ninth inning.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, can you imagine that, Brandon? Can you imagine you're standing on the mound, you go to throw the pitch, you get struck by lightning, you fall over, they come out and they're like, "Bring out the paddles," and they shock you, stand up, and they're like, "You're coming out." You're like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, I'm good. Well, the thing is, does he have a no-hitter going? Because then, yeah, it definitely would be good. I mean,
I'm just saying though, like, they'd be like, "You just died for 12 minutes." You'd be like, "Yeah, I'm good."
That's the afterlife told me to play on.
My God.
Yeah, resuscitated, and he still pitches. I'm just saying that's something that you would never see now. It's just definitely something. That era is completely gone.
No, these guys get a blister and they're taken out of the game, and then they miss 2 weeks for a blister on their finger.
Not even their throwing hand.
Right.
Well, yeah, but,
exactly. Not even their throwing hand.
And you're starting to hear,
I got a boo-boo on my pinky.
And you're starting to hear a lot more different injuries than you were here. Like several years ago when the Liz Frank started popping up, and everyone's like, "What the heck is a Liz Frank injury? Where the heck did that start coming from?" And it's like, what?
I always just called it Lisa Frank. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, it's the Liz Frank, and everyone's like, "What?" Or it's like Dave Kokensparger saying a stub toe in football.
Yeah.
Somebody stubs their toe, it's turf toe, and you're out for who knows how long you're out for, 5, 6 weeks, whatever. But you will never see another person in the NFL like Brett Favre, the guy who you'll never see another one of those. You
literally would have to roll an ambulance onto the field. Okay.
Wasn't there a time or two that he's gotten beat up so hard that the offensive lineman had to carry him to the huddle?
There was a time against Minnesota where he had lost 4 straight games in the Metrodome, and then he goes to throw a pass. He breaks his thumb. It goes all the way back to his forearm. He goes to the sidelines. They tape it to his index finger, and he goes back out and wins the game. That's just. Now those guys would be like, I'm done for 6 weeks. I gotta have surgery.
Right, but because if you remember the NFC Championship game when Jay Cutler injured his knee and Cutler left the game and Favre's like, you would have had to freaking like wheel me out in an ambulance in order for me to leave in NFC Championship. There was no way I was doing that.
Well, you remember when Phillip Rivers like tore his ACL and his guys were carrying him down the field.
All right, so we have a comment here, and I need to get this one to Vic because she is the Ducks fan here, and so SoCal Sports Chronicle is asking thoughts on the rumors that USC wants to chase Mario Cristobal.
I heard an interview with Mario, and some idiot reporter asked him that question, and his response was, "Go Ducks." And the reporter tried to ask it again. He's like, "Why am I even in this interview? I told you, go Ducks." Mario is not going anywhere. He's got everything he wants. He's got he's got a program that he has built. He's got like the number 4 recruiting class on top of what he already has going right now. And he loves Eugene, and Eugene loves him. He's not going anywhere. USC, I think it's going to be Eric Bieniemy, maybe, from the Chiefs.
It could be. There was actually some talk
the
about
Penn
that.
State guy wants the job too.
It's gonna be Urban Meyer from Jacksonville.
He said he's not
Meyer,
leaving
right?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, he won't. He's too happy there.
Actually, I thought I heard that Vegas has the highest odds on PJ Fleck from Minnesota.
Really?
There. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know why, because he hasn't done nothing here.
Yeah,
But-
USC is not going to get Mario.
My thing is though, but why would even Mario Cristobal even entertain that? Is the
he's
thing.
not. He's said go Ducks. That's his only response to that question.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying when all these reporters are even talking about it, and then USC is thinking about recruiting him.
Jack Del Rio?
I'm like, why would he even think about it? Which you're saying he's not, and you know what? I probably agree. I don't think he would go anywhere because of that. Now, Isaiah is saying that, and yes, if you watched MI6 when we were talking about it there, he said that Jack Del Rio would be the perfect fit to end up in
Is he
USC.
coaching anywhere?
Jack Del Rio? I don't think he's currently coaching anywhere. I don't think he is.
No,
But,
he's the DC in Washington.
Is he? Oh, yeah. You're right. He is.
I haven't heard that name.
I have a feeling USC is going to totally jack up this hire and just put themselves in a bigger hole because they're going to try to appease everybody. I think they're going to keep the guy they got, Dante Williams. I think they're going to keep him, and that's not going to be popular with a lot of people.
And the question also raises too, if they were thinking about firing this guy last year or anytime this year, why give him 2 games? What was the motivation? I mean, what was going to change? Him going 2-0
I think they were just
1-1, or
I think that they were just trying to see if he could have a good first couple games because Slovis. A lot of people were talking about Slovis and saying how good that Slovis was supposed to be. So if you have a supposedly a good quarterback that you could consider to be in the Heisman race before the season started, you got to see what you can do with them. But when you come out and this is happening and you're playing bad like that, then at that point you're supposed to have a Heisman quarterback and you can't even win games.
So I know Vic knows these, but can I just remind you of these supposed Heisman quarterbacks for USC the last few years? Okay.
Right. Oh, a lot of them.
Do it.
Matt Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who was there? Mark Sanchez.
Butt fumble.
The Sanchez.
I mean, just these USC. Oh, Matt Leinart. These USC quarterbacks that were supposed to be Heisman Trophy guys, then they go into the NFL and they just suck.
Don't forget JT Daniels, who's now the starting quarterback at Georgia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think they're gonna try to make everybody happy, and they're gonna mess it up, and I'm just gonna laugh hysterically.
So Isaiah's asking and saying, You guys remember when Dwight Freeney tore his MCL or ACL in the AFC Championship game and still played in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some players who can actually man up and actually do it. Who played?
Was there
who can
color
play
TV
through
back
injury.
then?
I believe there was. But we're going to move on to our next topic. And Big B, this is your topic, which is Big B's WNBA update.
All right. So the season's winding down. Got, what, a game or two left, I think, for each
There's like
team?
2 left, yeah.
Yeah. So all the playoff spots are taken for, except for the 8th spot. So conference-wise, we got Connecticut, Chicago, Washington. Connecticut, Chicago are in. Washington and New York are still alive. Atlanta and Indiana are both eliminated, finally. In the West, we got Vegas is in. Minnesota, the best team in the WNBA, is in.
Bias.
Seattle's in. Phoenix is in. And Dallas is in. So, with that
That's
being
right.
said, the last spot looks like it's going to come down to probably Washington and Atlanta. And New York, I guess, vying for it too. They're all those two are a game back of Washington. And so,
Well, New York's
We'll
out because
see.
they had to win both their final games to get in, and they lost today. So
oh, okay. Okay, so
and-
ninth in a row for them.
it makes
so.
me sad.
And that's
Hasn't
okay,
updated
though.
on
because-
ESPN yet. So
It's okay, though, because my Aces are going to win it all. So it's
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
Hey. We don't bring that negativity around here.
well, we'll see because I know if I remember right, Minnesota's 3-0 against them this year. So
Hey, we don't bring that negativity
oh,
around
we're
here.
not.
That's
Minnesota's
not
1-3-0.
negative. No, that's
Yeah.
positive for Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're talking about my Vegas Aces here. We don't bring that kind of negativity over here to the Vegas Aces.
Is your name John? What are you talking about negativity? Are you in your safe space right now? Do you
Hey,
have a safe word? Is it pineapple? Mango.
no,
Mango.
no,
Mango.
my safe word is whiskey.
It's Goldberg.
No, my
Mango.
the best safe word in the world is meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
You know why? Because
Whiskey.
it says that you will do anything for love, but you won't do that.
Whiskey.
Good point. Good point.
Yo,
Mango.
so Chardell, I see you're saying hi, hey, yo. I see that. I'm saying hi. We told you hi, yes. Hi, how's it going, Chardell? We see you out there, man. So, I'm just saying, so Vic, Christy agrees with me. The Aces are awesome. We don't bring that negativity here. Just
Mango.
say it. Just say it with me one more time. Just say Aces are going to be champions.
Aces are
aren't
going to
be
lose the
champions.
championship.
No.
Aces aren't going to be champions.
When the Las Vegas Aces win the championship, I'm going to have Big B and Vic come out here and say, I was wrong. The
No.
Aces are number 1.
No.
Vic's not doing it. She doesn't want to do it.
I'm gonna feel sick that day.
And you are going
I'll
to...
drop the cancer card in a heartbeat. that
And
day.
I'm going to be coming on here, and I'm going to be so happy, and I'm going to be like, woo, I told you my Las Vegas Aces were going to be WNBA champs.
You know what's gonna happen when they lose, right?
What's going to
Oh,
happen when they lose?
What the guy?
There's
What's
gonna be no whiskey.
no?
Whiskey. Whiskey is
There's
my
gonna be
safe
no
word.
whis- There will be no safe word.
When they lose, it'll be a bad call. It'll be that.
Hold on.
Ball was in the
Hold on.
cylinder.
Hey, I'm not that guy that's gonna come out here and make excuses on refereeing calls.
Hercules is out of bounds.
That's not my style. But I will tell you this before we go to our last topic. I don't know if you guys saw, and so I'm sure you guys, most of us at least, watched that Monday night game.
No.
Well, so
After Marcus
when-
got hurt, I turned it off.
So when they said that the Raiders were a half yard short of the touchdown, which he was
Oh, yeah.
short. You could clearly see it. I actually have quite a few friends that are Raiders fans, and they started blowing me up, going, "Oh, here we go again. The refs are trying to screw us again, and this game should be over, and they're trying to screw us." And I'm like, "How? You were short." And they're like, "Yeah, well, that play never should have been reviewed anyways. The game should have been over." And I'm like, "What?"
They would score all touchdowns.
Yeah, so I'm like, how were you guys almost screwed? He was short of the goal line.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but that was my biggest thing is I'm like, don't.
And why are they throwing the ball?
Because Derek Carr. I don't remember.
I don't know. It's Derek.
Carr's an idiot.
I don't know why they're throwing the ball.
I agree with Chrissy that the game was a wild one, but and that D-back that intercepted the pass in the end zone, all they had to do was beat that offensive lineman. He was taking this to the house. I would have ran it.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way,
really,
speaking of the Ravens, I got something that will please Vic very much, and this time I'm not being sarcastic. Actually, so I saw a stat today that said that Justin Herbert in 17 starts has thrown for 300 or more yards 9 times. Okay. Where LaFumble Jackson has in 36 starts, or however many it's been now, has thrown for 300 yards twice.
Wow, that's 2 more times than I thought he did.
I heard someone say something where they were comparing him to Baker Mayfield. They're like, Baker Mayfield has weapons, but Lamar Jackson is a weapon. Some of the runs he made, absolutely, but the dude can't throw.
No, he's not.
Lamar Jackson's that perfect gadget
thrower.
guy. I mean, he's the perfect gadget guy. If they got a solid quarterback there.
I mean, that
they
juke
can use
move he put
Lamar
on that
in different
defensive
ways.
guy, oh my gosh, that was phenomenal. But, I mean, I wouldn't want him on a final drive.
No.
Cam Newton to the Giants.
Cam Newton to the Giants.
Well, they
Is that
got
for real, or are you just making a call?
Well, I'm just saying they got Daniel Jones. You couldn't get any worse.
I'm saying the Redskins. Cam to Washington.
That would work. Actually, no. J-Mac made his call already this year on Sunday. He told Chris that...
did you hear what I said? I said, Chris, you better pay attention to the guys in Buffalo and pick who you want, because that's where Zeke's going.
Yep.
Right. All right, well, since we're almost at that time, we have one final thing left, and it's our favorite thing of the night. It's our GM game, because we all look so forward to this. Every single Wednesday, we look forward to it.
Are we doing the football one?
No. We're not doing the football one right now. We do the football one on so you'll have to send me your results on Saturday, because we do those on Saturday.
Okay,
all right, but Big B. So we'll go ahead and we'll start out with you. Let us know how your teams are doing.
They suck. Let's see. Baltimore 1 point. Kansas City 2, so that's 3. Anaheim 2, that's 5. Philly.
That's a handful.
Yeah, that is. Philly almost beat them. I mean, they got 4 for me. And then I got, St. Louis moved up to second. So there's 4 more. That's 8 total in the National League. So that's 13?
Yep.
And then Colorado with because of their playing with
Shut up, Brandon.
I got 2 more there. So I got 15 points.
James, so Big B, you're moving up in the world. You moved up to 15 points. So now we need to turn it over to the man who runs this GM game, the man who's killing it in this GM game.
Oh, yeah, I hate this stupid game.
Mr. J Mac, the bearded one. We're going to turn it over to him.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Blue Jays are in second place? How did that happen?
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
And that means that the Red Sox are in 4th. So I have 2.
They're thinking, man.
2 points, 1 point, and 5 points. I have 8 points in the American League, and in the National League, I have 5. I have 13 points. I have 6 teams, and I have 13 points.
You're averaging a little over 2 points per team.
Gee, thanks. By the way,
I'm just trying to be positive.
Of the teams that I have, three. So there. Oh man, I can't even talk because let me tell you that there is 5 teams eliminated from playoff contention, and I have 3 of them.
The Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks, the Pirates, and the Twins.
But the good news for you, though, is that the Twins can still overtake the Royals.
Yeah, okay.
They can. They're only 3 games behind the Royals.
Hey, J-Mac, Boston can't go any worse. I mean,
That's true.
Well, thanks for that.
That's a positive.
Well, they can't. But, J-Mac, think about this, though. Right now, they're actually tied with Toronto and the Yankees right now. So
they have one more win.
Yeah,
they're 3 wins.
They're like dead even. So you could potentially be 4th right now, but then you could immediately jump up to 2nd too. So
In a flash.
So it could turn just like that. So that's how fast this game could actually turn. So now we turn it over to Vicky Vic.
Woo woo. All right, so I got the Rays at first. That's 5. Indians in second. That's 4. That's 9. Then my Mariners dropped to 3rd. That's 12. Now comes the fun part. The Nationals are really letting me down. It's like ripping me apart inside that I have to say that. So the Nationals are in 5th place. That's 1. So that's 14. Reds dropped to 3rd. So that's 17. And the Padres are at 3rd. So I'm at 20.
All right, Crispy Bacon.
All right, I got Toronto in 3rd place, or
Toronto's
with 3
in
points.
Toronto's in 2nd. So
I got
that's
him.
4
I got
points.
him here. Okay.
Chris,
Well,
we're
I
trying
got
to
him-
give you an extra point. Go with it.
I got him here at 3 with 3 points, but
Then,
We'll go
then-
with
all
it.
right, they're in 3rd. All right. So
Okay.
no, he wants 3. He only wants 3.
no,
just like a Cowboy fan, to settle for 3.
no. That's what I go. Never mind. Detroit with 3 points, and then Oakland with 4 points. That's
So
me.
yeah, 4, 8. So you have 10 right there.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
And
11. 11. You have 11 right there.
Atlanta Braves are in 1st.
So that's 5
Yeah,
more.
I don't know for how much longer because they
So
stupid.
so
And
that's 16.
And then you have Chicago Cubs with 4 points.
No, they're 2 because they're now
The
in
Cubs
4th
are not
place.
in 2nd
So,
place. Nice
They're
try,
in 4th,
Chris.
so that's 2 points.
Okay, yeah, 2 points. I get mixed up sometimes.
Nice.
And then the Giants are in 1st place with 5.
So wow, so you got 4.
22?
Well, let's see, he's got 4. And then he had who'd he have in the Central? Did he have the Tigers?
Which one?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the Tigers, right? So 4, 7, 11, 16, 18. So you have 23 points. And then right now I've got the Yankees who are sitting in 3rd, so that's 3 points. I've got the White Sox are sitting in 1st, that's 5, so that brings me up to 8. I've got the freaking Rangers who are sitting in last place, so that's 9. I've got the Miami Marlins who are sitting in 4th, so that's 2, that's 11. I've got the Brewers that are in 1st, so that's 16, and then I've got the Dodgers that are in 2nd. That's 4 more points. So it's in that 20. So right now, Chris is winning this thing. But the football one's going to be a lot different. But anyways,
we're gonna
now,
discuss the football one.
yeah, now we're at that point to where the show's over. So now we're going to go around the room. 30 to 45 seconds, whatever it is you got to say. Big B, we'll start with you. What do you have to say?
Thanks for everybody interacting. Love doing the shows that I'm on. Another great sport week. Another great sport week coming up, I guess. So nothing more to say. Just thanks for everybody for tuning in.
All right, J-Mac.
Oh, do you want to know how bad the Pirates are this year? This is how bad the Pirates are this year. So they have 17 games left in the regular season. If they do not score 69 runs in those 17 games, they will be the first team in Major League history to score less than 600 runs in a 162-game season. That's how much they suck. Thanks.
They'd have to score like four runs a game.
Right, and right now they're averaging 3.2. So
Well, there's a chance.
That's not going to happen.
And, what's crazy is the Diamondbacks are a much worse team, and they've scored more freaking runs.
they've given up more,
Not
too.
that worse, then.
Right? All right, so, Vic, this comes to you.
I got nothing. Thanks for watching. Go Ducks. Suck it, Brandon. Watch for me on TV on Saturday when Oregon plays Stony Brook Seawolves.
Shut up, Brandon!
Didn't even know wolves could live in the sea. My friend at work, her grandson gets to be the kid that runs the ball out to the refs at the start of the game, so that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome. So I won't be on here Saturday unless I get home on time, which I probably won't because I'll be in Eugene. So you'll have to shut up, Brandon, yourselves.
All right, and then Mr. Crispy Bacon.
Thank you guys for
I like
watching.
my bacon chewy.
Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Watch Coast to Coast for some great shows. Just tune into the network.
Why, thank you for that,
Chris
Crispy
keeps it all
Bacon.
professional.
Yeah, he kept it all professional. But anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed another episode of Sports Minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Christy's
catch us
on it.
again on
Woo!
Saturday for another episode of Sports Minute. And Christy's out there with the shut up, Brandon. And so, of course, unfortunate, I do have some unfortunate news that one of our analysts currently had to step away for a little while to deal with some family stuff. So right now, this week, we will not have Speak Out. And I will keep everyone in mind and up to date on what the plan is for Speak Out. So with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic night, and we will see you again for another episode of Sports Minute. Have a fantastic night.